Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to take Siri from being just, that background feature you ignore and turn it into your absolute ultimate Mac OS productivity shortcut. I am so pumped to walk you through this because we're taking something you literally see on your screen every single day and we're unlocking its true potential to just completely supercharge your workflow. So think about your daily routine for a second. If you're totally tired of endless clicking, digging through all those nested folders, and staring at the spinning beach ball of death just to do the simplest tasks, well, it's really time to ask if you're letting your Mac do the heavy lifting for you. Honestly, we so often get stuck in the manual way of doing things just out of sheer habit.
Okay, here's our roadmap to mastery. 1. Meet your assistant. 2. Quick and easy setup. 3. Activating Siri your way. 4. Core features and commands. And 5. Pro tips and workflows. Let's dive in.
Section 1. Meet your assistant. To truly master this, we kind of have to start with what this tool actually is at its core. Siri is Apple's built-in assistant, specifically designed to let you control your Mac, search for info, and automate those boring daily tasks. It's like having a digital brain right there on your screen, ready to help you navigate your system. And the absolute best part, it operates using everyday natural language. This is really why it matters. You do not need to memorize strict syntax, complex terminal commands, or any rigid coding rules. You literally just speak or type exactly what you want to happen in plain English. It perfectly understands conversational phrases, so you can just tell it to open apps, send messages, or tweak settings. It's all about completely removing that barrier between what you want to do and the action itself. Section 2. Quick and easy setup. Let's get the setup out of the way super fast so we can get to the really fun stuff. This frictionless 3-step process is literally all it takes to wake up your digital assistant. You just click the Apple menu, head over to System Settings, click on Apple Intelligence and Siri, and just toggle it on. That's it. You've just given your Mac a voice. And you can customize this way further to fit your exact working style. Check out the Listen For options here. You can actually set it to listen for specific wake phrases, like just Siri or Hey Siri. You can even flip a switch to allow access when your Mac is locked. That's incredibly handy if you just want to quickly check your calendar or the weather without having to authenticate first. Seriously, the whole setup takes under a minute. And within those 60 seconds, you can completely tailor the language, pick out a specific Siri voice, and decide if Siri should actually speak back to you out loud or just quietly show you the text on the screen. Once you have that dialed in, boom, you're right back to your work. Section 3. Activating Siri your way. So now that it's on and customized, how do you actually get its attention without completely breaking your flow? Well, you've got 4 main paths to activation, which lets you choose exactly how you want to interact. You can use the totally hands-free speed of your voice by saying, Hey Siri. You can use the stealthy precision of your keyboard with a dedicated mic key or a shortcut like Command plus space. You can use your mouse to click the icon in the menu bar or dock, or, and this is my personal favorite for busy environments, type to Siri by just pressing Command twice. The crucial point here is making that physical connection to the digital response. Holding the F5 microphone key on your Magic Keyboard instantly summons that familiar, colorful, glowing waveform right on your screen. It's a great immediate visual confirmation that your assistant is actively listening and ready to help you out. Section 4. Core features and commands. All right, let's see how this translates into real-world, rapid-fire actions you can take right now. Instead of opening a browser, typing in a weather website, and searching for your city, a super quick voice command like, What's the weather today? Pulls up a beautifully detailed weather widget right over your active window. It gives you the forecast, air quality, wind speed, precipitation, all at a glance without pulling you out of your current app. Now, for students and professionals, this next feature is massive. Studies actually show the average person spends hours every single week just looking for lost digital files. So telling Siri to hunt down specific items like find my PDF files from last week or show photos from 2024 is an absolute game changer. It leverages that natural language processing to understand the file type and the time frame, saving you just an immense amount of time. And you aren't just limited to searching for files or facts either. You can actually control your Mac's deep system settings or initiate communications. So for example, asking how do I make text bigger on Mac while working in the Mail app brings up a helpful little step-by-step overlay. You can also seamlessly tell Siri to email my professor or send a message to John, handling all that communication without ever leaving your inbox. Section 5. Pro tips and workflows. Welcome to the Masterclass section, where we elevate Siri from a neat parlor trick to a highly integrated, incredibly powerful workflow engine. A crucial pro tip here is knowing exactly when to use which built-in macOS tool. Siri is totally brilliant as your conversational partner for complex queries, voice commands, and setting up tasks. But remember, Spotlight remains your rapid-fire typing launcher. Basically, if you just need to instantly open an app by typing its first 3 letters, use Spotlight. If you need a conversational, multi-step action, lean on Siri.
Let's look at some serious pro features. You can bypass your calculator app completely by just asking Siri, what is 45 times 23? If you have a connected smart home, you can literally say, turn off my lights right from your desk. And the real power user move, Apple Shortcuts integration. You can trigger custom automations, like, say, a single command to turn on Do Not Disturb and dim your screen brightness right when you need some deep, uninterrupted focus.
Okay, this right here is a hidden gem that so many people miss. When Siri brings up a result, like a sports score, a time zone conversion, or a specific file, look closely for a little plus button in the top corner of the widget. By clicking that, you pin that exact piece of info directly to your Mac's notification center so you can easily grab it later. It essentially turns Siri into your own custom dashboard builder.
Just imagine your setup if you're a tech-savvy user, or maybe a cybersecurity student. You can instantly launch vital tools like Terminal or Wireshark using just your voice while your hands are busy coding on the keyboard. You can effortlessly set a reminder for an upcoming lab session, or perform quick networking conversions, like miles to kilometers, without missing a single beat in your current workflow. It's so fluid.
I mentioned this earlier, but it is definitely worth highlighting again. If you're in a quiet office, a coffee shop, or you just really don't feel like shouting at your computer, Type to Siri is phenomenal. Activated by just double tapping the command key, it gives you that precise text-based input. And what's really exciting is that in newer macOS versions, it can even hand off complex, layered questions to AI tools like ChatGPT for incredibly detailed, robust responses. Now, just to keep our expectations grounded and ensure we're using the right tool for the job, we do have to remember a few limitations. Siri isn't meant to replace heavy-duty, full desktop automation software. As we noted before, it can sometimes be a bit slower than Spotlight for instant app launching. And really importantly, it does require an active internet connection to process the majority of these complex voice commands and searches. But at the end of the day, the benefits vastly outweigh the limitations. By combining voice for sheer speed, Type to Siri for quiet precision, and Apple Shortcuts for deep automation, you're fundamentally changing how you interact with your machine. So, the only question left is, what are you going to do with all the time you're about to save, now that your Mac is actually listening to you? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now get out there, set up your assistant, and take back your time.